Boruto episode 79 Reunion with Mitsuki. So, of course, I'm a week late for this review as well, just like with the last one. This time, I actually ended up going to an anime convention, so that was the main reason I didn't really have time kind of throughout the week. I was sick in the first half and then anime convention the second half, so still haven't seen the most recent episode, but I'm looking forward to it. This episode I did enjoy. Didn't go exactly like I thought, but some things did pop up. Boruto actually using the summoning jutsu. It wasn't on the villain that I thought it was on, but they did utilize it later in the episode in order to survive. And I love the fact that it actually worked because I just assumed that in my head I was like, it'll work, and he'll summon them because they won't be strong enough, and then that's just how it'll play out. But it ended up only working because Ganaga was basically just upset that the one puppet dude was like, okay, I don't really care about you. You can go away now. And he was mad that the guy was dismissive of him being dismissive of the whole situation. So he got mad that the guy didn't care that he didn't care. And I was like, okay, you can just go then. And he got mad at him. And so that's why he ended up actually protecting the kids. So I thought that was actually funny that that's how that played out. But it was entertaining to watch. It was a decent action episode. We do get to see Chocho as well as Inajin come back, so they end up coming in to protect Boruto Sarada as well as Shikadai because they couldn't beat the first guy. So then they're like, well, we found a couple of paralyzed Jonin, so we thought you guys might be in trouble. So they come in to help out, and that's when Boruto and Sarada, take off, and then they end up fighting the next villain while the trio, the Inoshikacho trio, fights the first villain. They can't beat this dude, so they end up getting like nearly wiped out, and then towards the end with Boruto and Sarada finally getting close to winning, that's when Mitsuki shows up and he actually saves the puppet dude, and then it's like, basically get the F out of here, and then, he kind of attacks him. So I'm looking forward to how the next episode is going to play out, what exactly they're going to do. We still don't really know the answer as to what the heck is going on with Mitsuki and why he did leave for this, this like secret cavern that these people have, the puppets have. So still some questions there. We have to see how Mitsuki is involved in basically, excuse me, bringing life to these puppets who clearly they're like intelligent puppets. Like they're technically puppets, but they have their own thought processes and stuff like that. Like it was either Boruto or Shikadai where they're like, you say that as if you're not human. Like they couldn't even tell that the guy was a puppet, but they do reference it in an earlier episode where one of the Jonin says like, this puppet person or something like that. And I don't know if that was maybe a translation mistake or something like that. It wasn't meant to say that it was actually a puppet. But it seemed like, they could recognize it, but the kids couldn't. Like that's how good they were. Like unless you were trained, you wouldn't know that that was, actually a puppet, and it just seemed like a person. But it'll be interesting to see where this is headed because we haven't seen anything like this before. Not that I can really think of as far as the franchise as a whole with puppets coming to life and literally doing their own thing. The closest we've had was during the tuning exams, oddly enough, and it turns out that that wasn't the person at all. It was a puppet of the person who was like way off in the distance. So that's about as close as we've come. And I don't think, with them being like in this wide open desert, unless the person was, just camouflaging themselves, they've been doing it like the entire series. Um, Unless someone is camouflaging themselves, or a couple of people are, yet they're still controlling these puppets from a crazy distance. These puppets are on a totally different level than anything we've seen before. So I'm looking forward to some answers. I'm looking forward to more action. I do like the characters as far as the villains go. I think they're entertaining with them being so oddly powerful. So I'm looking forward to more of that. We're gonna get to see more of the puppets in action. Probably not in the very next episode, but they show off like the little girl puppet who's super creepy. I like the design for that character because her eyes stay closed all the time. Like I'm kind of just waiting for them to open, and that'll probably be some like crazy attack move or something. She'll have, like laser beams, some stupid crazy crap will be in her eyes. Um, but I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what she can do, what the other guy can do, and I think there's a fifth puppet, and then like the main person that's trying to bring them all to life. But I'm looking forward to getting some answers here for sure. Like, what in the world is any of this stuff? Like, how did they find Mitsuki? What's going on? Why did he decide to go with them? Is he trying to just destroy this person? Is it going to be a crazy, reveal that it's a white Zetsu, which wouldn't be the most insane thing? It would be kind of crazy, but I mean, we've technically had it before with the crazy monster Hulk white Zetsu when they found it in the cave. So they might pull something like that, where it was a white Zetsu trying to recreate kind of like, an unlimited army, but they had to do it in a very different way this time, and that's why the Akatsuki powers are somewhat mimicked. You have like, puppetry, and then the clay bombs, even though it's from a specific location, it can still be like that's why it's from that location, because the White Zetsu was like, well, these are some powerful abilities, so let's utilize them from this location, and that could that's why, and they know that because of course the Akatsuki members. So looking forward to getting some answers, but decent episode, not much to it. Of course, it was an action episode, so it was like good. It was a good action episode, but looking forward to the next one. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, least favorite parts about it, and of course, with the way things ended up playing out, odds are you've already seen the next episode, but I am curious what you guys thought of the ending, and what theories you do have going forward now that the characters have kind of officially come face to face, and Mitsuki has kind of had to play his hand, where it's like, I'm officially here to protect these puppets, which we know he's lying, because that's obviously the whole point of him leading them to him, was to, rescue him, but he didn't get to do whatever it is he plans on doing, or finding out whatever answers he's looking for. So we'd love to know your theories on what he's looking for, how this is going to play out. And like I said, I definitely want to know what you guys thought about this episode in general, so please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.